we going? Just thought I'd make this video. I'll just quickly tell you, YouTube has demonetized me and my account's being looked at because I had put up a few things that aren't my videos. So the shorts that you've all watched and things like that, yeah, YouTube's questioning my account. I've since said to them, well, I understand that. They're not mine. I don't claim them, they're mine, I just put them up. But nevertheless, the wording that I give them when I put them up there, I said, you know, people, they get something out of it, you know, helps their day, whatever. So yeah, just sort of tell you that. If you want to drop a letter to YouTube telling them JB's Go Get a Pie show is okay. But anyway, probably the kick in the arse I needed to start making my own content. So, what I wanted to talk about was dreams and achievements, how they really are, as much as when you achieve something, or you know, a dream, something that you've been dreaming about that you worked hard for happens, you do pay. You pay greatly at the end. And I'll give you some examples. So we've all succeeded somewhere in our life, you know, whether it was when we were in school, fastest runner, best speller, you know, just, you know, things like that. Okay. And I'm making this video also because a lot of people have I don't tell you all the comments that get written to me, and some of the things that some people say to me. I've never had a bad one, you know. Like there was one when I was at when I went to the bike shop, Glenn's bike shop, and I said, I don't know what this strength is that's stopping me from killing myself. It's like there's something inside of me just stopping me, and I've never come across strength like it. And why is it wasting its strength, stopping me? And anyway, this bloke, he put up a comment, and he said, it's like that, isn't it? He said, it's this, he said, it's like there's something, you're battling something, you're actually fighting something, and it's winning, it's beating you to not kill yourself. You know, and that video helped him a lot. I've since had Mark, he's reached out from England, pretty much saying, you know, good on you, JB, you've got balls, you know, you're talking from, you know, a raw place. Not many people do that anymore. They fancy it up, you know. Julie in America, you know, she said to me that she's going to start doing her own YouTube blogs because I inspired her. And Desi in Tasmania, you know, it it's it doesn't have to be a lot of people, and that saying is very true. Even if it helps one, I've done something good, you know, and I know I have. Um, Jamie and Ash. I mean, there's Mark. You know, in Melton, who I took out, get him out of the house. I've got to actually go up there tonight and get him out. I promised him I'd go out there and we have chicken dinner. But getting back to dreams and achievements, and what I mean by that, you will pay the price for them. You will. You know, see, at school, I was basically diagnosed as dyslexic. One of the first cases in Australia when that was all, you know, in the 70s, when it was all rose-coloured glasses and we see things upside down and we don't. It's a load of shit. I don't see things like that. You know. You know, I'm not illiterate, but I didn't see things like that. But they're telling me wearing these fucking glasses and these rose-coloured glasses are fucking hell. The shit that I went through, mate. They had no fucking idea what they were doing. No idea. Just made my life fucking any other kid's life fucking harder. You know, first recess, you know, I was picked up in a blue bus. It's no shit. And taken off to another school, another learning facility. And then I was dropped off by the blue bus at last recess at the start of it. So yeah, my time in school was fucking great, you know. These kids today, you know, you got it easy, mate. Fucking easy. But you know what? In our day, yeah, you know, back in our day, children were less supervised. And we weren't getting into mischief like the kids today, you know. They had common sense. I think it was because our elders, or our, you know, mum, dad, cousins, whatever, older cousins, aunties, uncles, grandparents, basically we worked on the narrative, shush, and less spoken to. And if you've got something to say, you know, be polite. That's not used these days. So we used to listen a lot. You know, we'd listen to them talk, you know. And that's how we learned how to engage, by listening. You've got to listen first. It's like anything. You've got to watch, you've got to listen to learn, you know. And we didn't get up to mischief. We were out there helping. I mean, you know, I remember as a kid, you know, young, you know, 5, 6, you know, with in a group, you know, of older kids, you know, walking around Baldwin and stuff. I mean, and we go and knock on doors and ask people if, for, you know, mow their lawns for 50 cents or 20 cents, you know, clean the gutters, helping them. We knew who to help too. We go to the old people, you know, and we help. That's what we did. Didn't think about ripping them off, you know. And no one told us about, you know, you got to do a good day's job. You know, we sort of we picked up that if you're going to say you're going to do something, well, you do it. You know. I remember when I cleaned the next door neighbour. She worked me hard, mate. Yeah, but anyway, I did it. And so when I was at school, because I wasn't the best in the classroom, and I didn't take well to art, painting and stuff, But when it came to, sports, that's where I excelled. You know, I really excelled at that, and I was pretty fast as a runner. You know, not long distance, but as a sprinter. Yeah, and yeah, I used to get picked on a lot. Because they couldn't beat me. I wasn't good at footy. Didn't get footy. Didn't like it. Tried it. Not for me. Didn't get it. You know, um, same in scouts. Cubs and then scouts. I was good at that. Um, hands on. And it really, it's amazing. You've done nothing wrong. You might be, you've done a good recce. And one of the other kids who's, they all know who can read and write and is quite smart and everything else like that, and comes from a mother and father, where I was a single mum, you know, no father, um, would say something, oh, Justin did that, well, Justin did, and I was an easy target, and it's like that. When you put yourself out there, you do become an easy target. That's why people don't talk about their mental illness or their substance abuse, because you know that's what people will remember, that out of the whole conversation, that you're substance abuse or you were a thief or you did something wrong. They'll remember everything that you did wrong, right? And not the positives that you did or why you did it or everything else. They just remember you did it wrong or you lied for whatever reason. They don't care about the reason. Might be a damn good fucking reason. So just be aware that when you know, athletes and stuff like that, they put themselves out there in their training and stuff, and they become the best, and they really put themselves up there. It might be hard for some people to understand what I'm trying to talk about, but for those who've done this, achieved something, whether it's a promotion at work, a big promotion and stuff, and people are jealous of you, and you mightn't have come from the same sort of family background or same sort of, you know, um, material, background as others, less fortunate, you know, you people will around you, and even the people who've appointed you in those positions, your peers will they'll look at that person behind you and listen to them more than they'll listen to you, and yet they've given you the promotion or you've deserved it, you know. Um, there will be times in life when you'll be recognised. Um, for one instance, right, I worked at the Royal Children's Hospital. I was a building operations manager, so I was in charge of all the machinery, everything. And let me tell you, when I say machinery, it was everything that kept all the kids there alive, everything. As well as my also duties were security as well. But pretty much was running the hospital. Anything that happened, I was in charge of it. If it was on my shift. So burst water main, power failure, gas, whatever. I had to know what I was doing. And my friends got the job first there, and then they told me about it, and then they told the person who employed them. And anyway, they called me and they asked me to come in. I didn't call them. They called me. They called me in, and they said, "Oh, hello, Justin." I said, "Yes. your friends have spoken highly of you, and we'd like to offer you a job here. And I said to them, I said, all right. And I asked, what the job was, and they told me, and then I wanted to see it, and if they could take me around. And at the end of it, that took 3 hours. And at the end of it, I said, no. And I said, why? And I said, no, I don't want the job. And they said, why is that? And I said, no, I don't want it. And they went, okay, but they pushed. This went on for about, they kept on persisting me, you know, um, for about a week. Then they asked me to come in again. I went in, even though I wasn't working for them, I went in, And they said, why won't you take the job, Justin? Like, it was a good job, good pay, 4 on, 4 off, so you worked four 12-hour shifts during the day, had 4 off, then you came back and you did 4 12-hour shifts during the night. And in charge of everything. I mean everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. There was nothing. Basically what I said went. That's how it was with that job. There was no lock. There was not one single lock, even a padlock, that I didn't have the key to open it. And if I didn't have the key, that shouldn't be locked. It shouldn't be on premises. Oh yeah. Had some interesting things happen there, but anyway. I said, why won't you take the job? And I said, no. I said, it's just the machinery. They said, but you know mechanics, you know, you race bikes, you know your stuff. We've watched you. You're meticulous and stuff, and yeah, that's fine. And they said, why won't you take it? And I said, no. I said, look, I and I do. It's not like I can't read. I can't open up a book and read it like a normal person. I can read it, but and my writing and my spelling's not the best. But understanding things and reading, I can. And I said to them, I said, I just don't know. I said, because of that, my spelling, it's not the best. Um, you know, I can read and write, and I've got a memory like an elephant. I mean, I can remember my earliest recollection of my memory, and I shocked my whole family. And I was 12 months of age. Yep, yeah, that's my earliest. Go back, and I can bring it forward from there. So I don't forget anything, which can be a nightmare. But as I said before, what's the use of forgiving if you forget? I don't forget, nor do I bring it up. What someone's done, I just keep it in check. And they said, you know what they said? They said, that's why we want you, Justin, because you won't take this job on like that. You'll be double checking everything. That's why we want you, because you're not going to just, over something. It made me feel good that they recognised that, because, a lot of us don't get recognised enough. It's true, a lot of people don't. Other people take the accolades than other people, from others. It was like also like, so I was good on horses. I paid the price there. People didn't talk to me because I was, well, in their mind, I was a better horse rider, but there was no need to not talk to me. You get ostracised, but you're just doing something that you love. You're not wanting to be better than you or a show off. I was never a show off. And it's like when I started going to the gym. This is a good one. And I started getting bigger, training. And then I started really getting into my training and watching what I ate, how I ate, my training, and I really took it on diligently, everything. My whole life changed. It had to change. It had to change to achieve what I achieved. It had to change, but for the best, you know. I had to have routines and everything like that. So routines are good. And it's amazing the hangers on you get. The friends that just come out of nowhere. And then you get the ones who mock you sort of like behind the background and that, but you pay the price, you're becoming bigger and everything. This hasn't changed. I don't think I'm a better person because I'm getting bigger or stronger, or my ego or anything. Didn't do it for that. But people will pick on it, they'll try and cut you down, and managers at hotels, I remember at this hotel, this manager, called me in early, and he had a problem with the patron, and I got there, and they told me what happened and stuff, and that's why they were calling me in. And I got there, and I said to the senior manager, I said, "Well, have you been over to him and spoken to him?" He's gone, "No." So why not? I said, "Have you called me to come in and have you tell me something he did, right? And then for me, and he knows I wasn't here, to go over to him and ask him to leave?" I said, "Is that what you're asking me to do?" Because I was his bouncer apparently, his security. I said to Duncan, I said, "Mate, no way, I don't work like that." And I said, and they won't appreciate it either. I'm not doing it, mate. You go over there. I'll stand here, but you go over there. He did it in front of you, mate, not me. I said, "What's he going to say when I say anything?" He'll say, "You in here," and guess what? He's right. No, so you get used like that, you know. Um, or people don't do their jobs and they just wait until you get there. Well, how long's this been going on for? Well, 4 hours before you start. Well, it's not my problem. This isn't my problem. You've been feeding it the whole time before I got to work. It was a problem long before I got to work, but you've left it for me to, you know, and you'll pay the price. Like I won Mr. Victoria, and it was amazing, because and I am a quiet person. I am rather reserved in my life. I don't have many friends. Um, I know a lot of people. I care about a lot of people, but I've got friends. I've got people who care about me. I know that. But because I've always been taught about my upbringing, I've had to fight. We all know my childhood. My grandmother passed away when I was 10. My mother didn't want me. She left me a massage parlour, yada, 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 goes on. I really, I had to fight for everything I got. And I also, in saying that I fought for everything I got, I was also very quick to help people as well. Because as a kid, when you're going through that being dragged through that. You're in the back, and you get to see the ones left behind. That, yeah, I was just getting pulled through, and they were getting left behind. So that's why I help a lot of people. I don't like anyone being left behind or forgotten. Yeah, but I'm used to being forgotten and left behind. Because people get silly. Like when I was big. People would say I was big. People around me had changed. Their egos had gotten bigger. They were smart asses or lippy around other people and stuff. And I'd like going, looking at them going, oh, yeah, fucking, because I'm big, you think I'm going to step in and all this. And I'd pull them up and go, why are you acting like that? What do you mean? I go, why are you acting like that? Well, I said, don't act like that. Who are you to tell me? I said, I'm telling you. Stop it. You're going to be an asshole for. Don't act like that. So I'll end a friendship pretty quick, you know. If you see you're trying to do something that you think I'm not seeing, or you think I'm a big goof or whatever. So yeah, winning Mr. Victoria, and yeah, that pissed a lot of people off. First competition, walked out and won it. Didn't compete again. Still spoken about today on how big I was, and how much weight I lift and how good I looked on stage. I didn't even enter that competition to win. I just went into it because I thought I was good. I was a winner. I'd achieved something myself. So that's an achievement, and you'll get pinned for it. You will. You pay the price heavily. You know, people will try and sway you either which way, or they'll be lippy around you, and especially in security. And you got to pull people up. You have to, regardless if they're. It's not right, and I will. When it comes to dreams, a dream. Well, I suppose the only thing I've got left as a dream is my Desmo Seducci. That was a dream. I had a Ayrton Senna 916 black one with the red wheels. It only had 1,200 kilometres on it, original, and it was brought into Australia by an Australian Ducati dealer, so it wasn't a grey import. I wish I'd never sold that bike, but I did anyway for someone. I wish I'd never sold it. I didn't have to sell it, but I did for someone. And anyway, so when a dream comes like that, you get that car you want, or you get that house, or you get that. That's money. That all people see is money. They don't see the achievement or the dream. They see money. Well, and they'll look it up too, and they'll bite you, mate. They'll be snippy. Oh, you got $20, or can I have a loan, or you got this, you got that, and in some cases you almost feel compelled to give it to them because you don't want them to come at you, to hurt what you've got or anything, and you push people away. You have to. So that Desmo, that Desmo is really. I've fought to get that. How many people don't like me having that bike? They just like me. You've got that bike. Mary didn't like it. So yeah, watch who you're walking around with, Keep an eye on people when you're striving for those achievements in sport or in business or in anything. Watch the people around you when you do get there. They'll either try and cut you at the knees or discredit you in some way. And also, dreams when the world's changed. Even with this YouTube channel, people that I do this with, people have changed. I've had people come into my life and, I don't know why. But yeah. So if you all want to write into YouTube and just tell them that JB's alright, that'd be nice. Because I'm a bit worried that they're going to take the channel down. So yeah. I've got a lot of comments. And they do mean a lot. And I know that the last video I put up I broke down in regards because about grief. And the reason why I said thank you to Paul was because he said it took some guts, JB, to do that. I'm not afraid to show my feelings. I just don't want people to take them as I am weak. And I don't want people to take me as like when I'm talking sometimes as though I'm throwing off like I'm a heavy or I'm a good fighter or anything like that. No, I don't. I just want people to understand this. I will, if you hurt anyone I know or me for no reason, I will come at you with everything I've got. I don't like bullies. I don't like people who ride on the back of things. I don't like people who don't tell the truth. And I don't like those sneaky bastards that try and twist words and stuff like that, And also people who not steal, but interrupt or try and make something that the person did something wrong when they were going through a crisis. And you're trying to weigh into it. It just... here we are in Australia, and our two biggest shopping, Coles and Woolworths, they're ripping us off on 10 grams. We're paying for 60 grams of a chocolate, but there's only 50. I mean, what's our government doing? If a drug dealer did that, he'd be shot. I can tell you that right now. You buy a fucking gram of fucking cocaine, I'm telling you, there's a fucking gram in there, probably even a bit more. Who are the real, it's disgusting, We're all doing it hard, and no one's doing shit. Our leaders, our people of authority, nothing. They're just giving the ACCC another $30 million so they can better keep an eye on things. Oh yeah, just give them more money. How's that fucking work? Here's a question I want to know. So, fair trading, right, has fined Coles and Safeways about $300 million, right? I asked Mary and I've asked a couple of other people, that $300 million of a fine, where's that going? Are they going to put that back into the community to less fortunate people? Because they don't need the money because they're a government funded agency. So where does that $300 million go? See, things like that, I think like that. That doesn't need it. That doesn't need the money So what are they going to do with the money? There's all these people out there that are doing it hard. Are they going to put it back into the community somehow? Yeah. So just be careful of the ones around you. And also be prepared for this. I walked around as a big person at the gym, and when I was going to the gym, and I walked alone, I found it better. And then one night we were all sitting around, us, guys. We used to come together for one night a week, and we'd all work together. 12 of us. We were all pretty big, and we all were talking, and we all came. It all came down to one thing. All of us had suffered some sort of trauma in our childhood to have us not be really part of a team. That's why we did bodybuilding, or we lifted weights, I should say. Not bodybuilding, lifted weights. Because it's something you've got to do on your own. You have to do it on your own. You go into the life stories of, Dorian Yates. I trained with Dorian Yates. I met him and trained with him. And his life story, he lived on the streets. He used to live on lard and chump meat and walk through snow. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he slept on the beach. He was homeless. Lou Ferrigno was deaf, and his father was a New York cop and used to browbeat him and smash it into it, hated him because he was a deformed son. So yeah, you pay the price for not doing anything wrong, for bettering yourself and being able to help people. Never used to be like that. And it's a shame, even people older than me have taken on that narrative of the young. They couldn't give a fuck. I give a fuck. I just don't see a purpose anymore to this world. I don't see a purpose for me. But I do like to help people, and that's what keeps me here. Talking, giving some advice, maybe get something out of it. Yeah. Well, I've got nothing more to give. I think that's it. I'm digging deep. All right, go get a pie. Take care. Bye.